I'm Elwirfy, and today we're talking about this hot mess. It's really bad, just up front. I mean, I'm not certainly going to be changing anyone's minds. I think I'm not here to be supportive in any way. The main point of this is just to talk about why stuff like this is exactly why I have the YouTube channel that I do. It's the reason why I work really hard to inspire people to do great things with their own creative devices and not be kind of sucked in by what mainstream people would consider to be someone who's worthy of looking up to, because this guy is not going to be helping you become successful in any streaming platform, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, or any of those Chinese ones. It's hard to say how to do perfectly, but this isn't it. So let's take a look.
Instead of grinding the thousands and thousands and thousands of hours that I did streaming anime,
Okay. That right there tells you that this is a scam, because he's claiming that instead of working really hard on Twitch to stream constantly, that he has some sort of way to gain a follower base of fans without doing any work, essentially. That's what he implies in that first sentence. So that's something that's pretty common in manipulative phrasing and tactics, is to try and hook people with your initial one. So look, I'm a writer, all right? That's what I got my degree in. And let me tell you, when you open a hook like that, where you say, oh, instead of doing all this work, I can just give you another choice, another option. Come on. That just tells you straight up that this is going to be something scammy, and should probably not be listening to it. It's probably not very good.
going to break everything down for you guys in the next 30 days.
Okay, so we already know that it's supposed to be some sort of a tutorial from the video. This is just the trailer. I'm just looking at the trailer for the record. I'm not looking at the whole thing because it costs money. I'm not going to do it. I'm not falling for a scam. But you can tell from the advertising alone why you shouldn't sign up for it, which I guess is kind of the main point of the video. In the next 30 days, so it's a class, right? So we know it's a class. We know this is a guy who's super famous. He's so famous, in fact, that he's been doing Twitch for so long that if you know anything about streaming at all, you know that the streaming platform is nothing today like it is when people started out. Because he started before you could make money on Twitch. And frankly, that's just not how it works anymore. And that's why it super duper sucks to be seeing this kind of stuff on, on the internet being advertised to people to inspire them, especially probably kids. I bet you a lot of kids are going to watch this and try and get mom and dad's credit card, and it sucks. So,
let's go. Oh my goodness. The precision, the aim, the accuracy, baby.
Okay, so I love how they put in like clips of him like being all nice and stuff and be like, "Oh, that's so cool." I'm like, "Yeah, but like if you're streaming, you know how to do the fake, oh my god, it's so crazy, guys." You know what I mean? Like you can tell when someone's being fake and when someone's genuinely excited. This is the most staged thing ever. Like they just pull a clip from his Twitch, right? And then they cut to him just being like, "Oh my god," like as if it's in the same clip. It's not. I mean, it's just not. And it's funny as hell. And so they want to get you to start streaming. And, that's good. And look, I'm totally fine. Like, hey, if you want to start streaming, go for it. But just understand, you're probably not going to be popular, probably not going to be famous, probably not going to make a lot of money either. So if you're doing this for money, straight up, just don't do it. Wasting your time. I make these videos for entertainment and stuff. And if one day I'm graced by the lucky gods to be able to make money on this and be able to support my family, that'd be great. But realistically, this is for fun. I'm doing this as a hobby. So he wants to get us to start streaming. That's encouraging, right? So if you're watching this as like a new streamer, like, oh, I've never streamed before. Ooh, how do I start streaming? I watch all my famous streamer people. How do I get into it?
I am Tyler.
And you can do it in only 30 days. Okay, so the fact that he's saying in 30 days tells me whoever's watching doesn't know anything about streaming. All you got to do is hit that button and hit record, and you're streaming, like what I did right now. And I hit go live, and I'm streaming. Look at that. I mean, I have content prepared. I have a plan of what I'm talking about, but still, you can stream whatever you want. Just play a game or something, just talk to people. Have fun. Make a good community. Naturally, don't buy this garbage. This is so bad. Oh my god.
Tyler Blevins, you may know me as Ninja. This class is...
So if you look at that, you'll notice he has more YouTube subscribers than Twitch followers, and YouTube is actually a great platform for bringing people to your Twitch. But with YouTube streaming now becoming more and more of a thing, I honestly think you could just stay on YouTube at this point. Because obviously all the videos that you can see in the corner here are clearly older. They're like 6 months old, 2 months old, So as of right now, with YouTube streaming being so big and Twitch cutting the amount of pay you get in general, taking away that 70-30 income, dropping it down to 50-50, it's clear that what you're going to want to do now is honestly probably just stay on YouTube. But again, hey, maybe you're silly and you're still watching this. I mean, it's got 1 million views. Surely some idiot has bought this.
Is about building and establishing a streaming presence, whether you are a gamer or a non-gamer.
Okay, so he talks about establishing a presence. And what you need to understand is that when you put a stream on Twitch, you have no presence. Nobody knows you're there. Only your followers will get notified that you're there. And then if your followers show up to watch your stream, then they're boosting the stream. Now, obviously, some people are nice and they'll be like, oh, I want to go to the bottom of the list and check out the smaller streamers, give them some love, hang out, talk with them. And, that's something I've always actually really liked about streaming is when you're smaller is that you're able to see the chat move at a reasonable pace and you're able to talk to your audience. You're actually able to engage. But when you do things like have like large followings and stuff on Twitch, when the chat is flying by, it's like I'm not having a conversation with you. Now I'm just making a YouTube video and y'all are just talking in the background, right? I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, sure, you can read the chat and maybe, if everyone's saying poggers or something, or, whatever meme happens to be popular, sure, maybe you could engage with the chat that way. But if I'm sitting there, I mean, think about the viewer experience, right? I'm sitting there, I'm watching a stream, and I want to type like, hey man, I really like your stuff, it's really cool. It's going to get lost in a big stream. It's just gone. It just flies up in the air and nobody ever sees it. Like for big streamers, you have to pay money to even get noticed for your comments and stuff. And sometimes even then you don't get noticed. It's really, really sad. So when he talks about getting a presence on streaming, I would just say be very careful about your expectations going into it for what you're going to get out of streaming.
Let's go, baby! I have cracked the code truly on how to build a community, engage with your audience, and make you the best possible streamer that you can be.
No. So there's no code. There's no secret trick. The trick that he does do in his class is essentially, hey, we're going to get a bunch of students together. We're all going to follow each other. Like, it's like sub for sub. You know what I mean? That stupid thing where you go to places, they're like, oh, if you subscribe to me, I'll sub to you. And it's like, no, that's not right. We're not going to be doing that because I'm never going to watch your channel, right? A subscriber is only as good as the view that they bring with them. Because to be honest, on YouTube, once you get past 1,000 subscribers, and I've said this before, doesn't mean anything after that. Not really. Because you could have 1,001 subscribers. Great. Perfect. And then if you get 1 million views, that's where you're going to get your income that lets you support, a family like I want to. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need millions of subscribers. Honestly, it doesn't really mean much. Sure, subscribers are notified when you upload videos, so it helps you gain viewers and keep up that retention. So yes, there's value in subscribers. But the point is, it's not like the be-all, end-all. What you really need is views, right? So when he talks about like, oh, we're going to grow your channel and like, oh, you're going to get a lot of followers and stuff, like that doesn't really matter. Like on Twitch, you just need 50 followers in order to become an affiliate, So it's not crazy.
You're going to learn to set up and launch your stream, develop a style, build a brand.
Okay. So let's actually back up a sec.
That you can be. You're going to learn to set up and
launch your stream. Okay. You want to launch a stream? Get a camera. Hell, you don't even need to use a webcam. Just get OBS or Twitch Studio and then record your screen. It's really, really easy. It's great stuff. And then all you have to do is hit the go live button. That's literally all you have to do. It's super easy. You don't need to pay anything for launching your stream. What is it really going to teach you? Just how to like prep your stream? I mean, I don't know. I'm happy to teach how to prep a stream. Heck, I could do classes on that. I was planning on being a high school teacher. So shoot, I'm diggity down to teach you guys how to stream if you really want, but this should be no brainer. No one needs to learn this. If you want to launch a stream, just hit the go live button. It's not that hard.
Launch your stream, develop a style.
Okay, develop a style. If you want to develop a style, you essentially just figure out who you are. So for my brand, with like Elwirfy and stuff, there's the thingy. For that, I've had this logo and stuff for years and years and years. I've been making YouTube videos since I was 14 years old, back in 2009, and I don't know. My style is just myself, right? I put a logo on my body just to make myself more recognizable. But other than that, I don't think you really need a brand. Now, granted, I know I'm a small creator, so clearly I'm not successful, right? Why would you take advice from me? Because the point is that everyone who got famous because of their personalities. They didn't get famous because of their logo, right? Like, PewDiePie changes his logo all the time. He's still popular. It's not like people disappear on him because he no longer uses the bro fist, right? I don't know. It's just like a brand is really important, I guess. But if your personality sucks, or like if nobody wants to relate to you or can understand where you're coming from, or even if the person, if your audience doesn't think you're talking to them like real people, then they're not going to care, right? So your style, I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to be like Ninja? You're going to be like, whoa, look at these sick clips, bro. And like, it sounds so fake, so you can kind of tell, which is really disappointing. So hopefully you understand that whatever style you're going for, make it so that way it's about you, make it about, like if you're really into nature and stuff, make it like about nature, make your logo like that. Shoot, I should make a video about how I make like my thumbnails and how to design stuff. Shoot, I'm thinking all these ideas. Anyway, the point is, if you're going to work on a style, just make sure that it's for you.
Build a brand.
I already kind of covered this, so I'm going to go quick on this one. If you're going to build a brand, pick a name that's recognizable. I'll admit my YouTube name and my name in general on the internet is not very recognizable and admittedly is not very good. But here's the thing. Since I'm not generic at all, like, because if you look up my name, I'm going to come up, right, on the search algorithm and stuff. But for this, if you his name's just fucking Ninja, right? Like, what a generic name that is. Hell, I think when he started, it wasn't even, like, it was Ninja with numbers behind it, I bet. So there's only so many things you can name your channel, right? And at the end of the day, you just need to pick a name that's going to be unique to you. Like, for example, my YouTube name, I already made a video about it, so you can check it out, where my brand and, like, where my identity comes from and stuff. But essentially, just make something that's unique to you. And when you say build a brand, he makes it sound as though you're going to make a ton of money. Not going to happen. You're not making money. Just stop it. Stop with this.
And make your stream as professional as possible.
Okay, professional is essentially just being described here as, like, how to make graphics look nice, how to add, funky lighting in the background. Like for example, what I did, right, all I did to make this feel more like engaging is I just bought a green screen that we can't see my messy ass room behind me, like, you see how his channel looks really clean and stuff. And, I can show you, like, if you look at Ninja's channel, it's not like it's anything special, right? Like, you can clearly tell that it's just a banner profile, and his picture has now changed from his logo. If anything, he's actually changed his logo. It's no longer the artsy, ninja face. Now it's his face, because he's become his own brand. So that's why Ninja is essentially just its own thing. He's become his own brand. So when he talks about building your brand and, looking professional, what he's really kind of displaying, however, as an example, is just that he is the brand, right? So that's so misleading to new content creators, because they're like, so does that mean that if I'm just myself, people will come for me? Well, no. You got to provide something of value to your audience. Anyway.
Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. You'll be learning alongside people from all over the world.
Okay, so, and what he's talking about is, if you dive deeper into the class, it's essentially that everyone who signs up for the class gets to work together. They get to view each other's stuff, give advice. It's like a collaborative thing, which is a nice idea, except for the fact that they're all essentially paying money for this. So that means that they're all really only there to help Ninja gain more money, which means that he has less incentive to help people, right? Like, I make these videos to kind of call this stuff out and to help out smaller streamers, not for any monetary reason, just because this is what I like to do. But when you're as big as him and you're doing like these weird projects, and because he's so rich and the fact that he's still charging money tells me that it's mostly for greed. Like, if I was making like $1 million or whatever he makes, why would I charge people to learn, right? Why would you do that? And maybe it's just because I'm a big proponent of public education, but I just think that it's ridiculous that someone would have to pay for something that, if Ninja truly, genuinely wanted to help people grow, he would help them for free. But here's the thing. He has no incentive to do that because he cannot afford to lose his crown on Twitch and YouTube.
And you're going to be able to share your streams and this journey alongside the community.
Yeah, so that's what I said earlier about how he's going to have all the students kind of view each other's stuff, give advice and stuff. And that's kind of a nice sentiment, right? It's just unfortunate that there's so much malicious intent behind that sentiment. That's what's really disappointing.
Masterclass. When you're starting out, try to have the viewer list.
What is this fake clip? Come on. I don't know if this is from his stream or not, but he just killed a guy and then fucking turn and look at the camera. Like, you can tell based on like his clothes, this was I think that clip was put in to his stream. Like, this clip, hell, oh my God, wait a minute. Let me go back a sec. Sorry, I'm moving my camera. because it's like blocking my screen. Let me go back. Did he steal someone's clip?
This journey alongside the community of Masterclass. When you're starting out.
Display. That's not even him. That's not even him. Guys, look at this. Look at this. Okay, do I have a highlight tool or something? Hold on. Where's my mouse? See this display right here? Here, can I make this bigger? Here. Look at this. See this display? He's not even on his own account. This is just a fake ass fucking clip. Because this is you, right? This is because it has his name and stuff, and we could prove it, right? So we'll go back a second. We'll see this clip one more time.
To share your stream
so watch
and
slowly.
This journey alongside the community of Masterclass.
Keep track. So he's cheating this guy, right? And there's these kills up here, and so he's gonna try and kill this guy. Where it looks like he's playing the game, right? And obviously, if it was an actual clip from Ninja, right? It would say Ninja on it. That's his Steam account, like, or his account, you know. Anyway,
when you're starting,
look at that, and then he kills the guy instantly. Display comes up. Nobody else has gotten a kill. This just happened. So in this own class about him being great, they're not even using his account. This whole thing is staged. Oh my god, the whole thing is staged. It's ridiculous. I love it. I love how it's so freaking staged. Anyway, sorry about that. I just saw that. I was like, oh my god, has no one else noticed this? That this is completely fake.
Out. Try to have the viewer list open.
And like, cause look how he pauses in a competitive game. He's like, come on, guys. Come on. No. No, this is unnecessary because in a real game you wouldn't do that because it's competitive. Anyway.
And at all times, so that if you see a brand new person come in, you can just say, hey, welcome to the stream.
Okay, I've actually learned that saying, hey, welcome to the stream is a mixed bag. Because there comes a point where you can worry people and frighten people. Like, for me, I don't say hey to you if you come into a stream. I say hey if you chat to me, because that tells me you want to engage. Some people want to hop into a stream and just chill, and that's fine. And I don't think there's any point in acknowledging that unless someone actually chats to you, because that means they want to engage. And also, I love how he acts as if he does this when you realize that he's so big. Like, he can just hit the live button, 100,000 people just appear, and he has no way to personalize any of this. So that's one of the benefits of being a small creator, is that you actually get to enjoy hanging out with your audience. I think streaming for large people and stuff is just stupid because you're never going to get to engage with the content creator anymore. You're not going to have that one-to-one conversation that you really want to, you know? And ultimately, streaming is just about having a good time and enjoying yourself. But, you know, you can't really enjoy yourself and have a good time with the streamer if this chat's flying up across the fucking, up the wall, you know? It's just insane.
Thank you so much for stopping in. And that might encourage that person to talk to you.
It won't. Because if they were going to talk, they would just talk. Okay, just up front, you know, they're not going to do that. Not much else to say about that part. Just if they want to talk, they'll talk.
And actually engage in the chat, and you might have earned your first follower for life.
I mean, it's not necessarily for life. If you make content that upsets them, then they might unfollow. It's pretty common.
The 2 months in a row. Welcome back, man. Babu-san, what's up, man? Hi.
And he does this fake thing. Oh, so he does this thing where he's like on his phone. First off, he doesn't stream on his phone. What is this? He's on his phone. He's like, hey, what's up, guy? I'm gonna engage with you. Like, he's like, oh yeah. This is how we do it. Hey, look, I'm glad you're following. Hey, look at that. Good job. You know what I mean? It's like, no. Also, if you just do nothing but just say hey to your followers all the time and you don't actually give them interesting content, they're just gonna leave. Because then your chat's gonna be nothing but just like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? You're not actually making content anymore. People come for the content. They don't come for you. They come for you if the content you're making is good enough that your personality wants them to come back. That's one thing I've noticed in my entire time of making content.
How you doing? What do I love most about streaming?
Money. I was so ready for that clip. I watched this video ahead of time, of course. And he's like, oh my God. He's like, what do I love most about streaming? The money, of course. Well, when you're this big, why wouldn't you, right? Obviously, yeah, it's good to entertain people and it's good, but... So that's another thing I've mentioned before is that when you're a small creator and you know you're not, and everyone knows you're not making any money. Like, I'm not making any money off of this. I'm doing this for fun. You know what I mean? I have a real job. I go to work, 9 to 5. I do my job. I go to work. So when you see this, I'm just like, really? Are we at the point now where, oh boy, where he's like, oh yeah, I love it for the fans. I mean, sure, I'm sure you get a great ego boost out of it, but let's be honest. When you're making as much money as this guy, we're doing it for the money.
It's so much fun. You can bring so much joy to other people.
I mean, yeah, that's true, right? And I'm sure he does enjoy bringing joy to people. I'm not trying to discredit that point for the record. I'm sure he actually really does like entertaining people. I mean, the entertainment business is great. I love entertaining people. But giving a class on people on how to entertain, that's kind of...
And of course, obviously, if you do everything right, it can be very lucrative as well.
Now he wants to acknowledge the money. Not the part where he's like, ooh, what's the most enjoyed part of streaming? Yeah, we know it's money. You can tell the way he's looking at that coin that this guy is really wanting some money. Let's just be honest, all right?
I started out in my mom's basement, streaming, working at a fast food restaurant, going to college, and then...
Yeah. Okay, so this guy, he's like exactly the same as everyone else. So here's the point. He got famous from just doing what everyone else did, and he got lucky because his personality probably held him up. His community really liked him, and he grew, and then eventually he started playing mainstream stuff and rose to stardom, right? A typical journey, and you can't teach it, because you look at Twitch. I made a YouTube short about this, of seeing all the people scrolling by, of like, hey, look at all these people who are working so hard and getting no money. It's so disappointing how he makes it seem as if he's just like everyone else. He is like everyone else, except at the point where you get the brand deals and you get the sponsorships. Then you're no longer part of the regular community of people who are working their butts off for pretty much nothing. It's misleading. It's not lying, but it's misleading. Because he's going to make it... The class is now going to make it seem like, hey, if I'm doing nothing but doing what Ninja did, just streaming every day, putting in those hours, then I'm going to be successful. That's not true.
And I broke the record for the most viewers in a stream.
Good for you.
The most subscriptions.
Good for you.
The fastest growing YouTube channel in the
I think Mr. Beast grew faster, but we'll see.
World. But if you get some subs out here, we out here making money.
Making money, that's what's up, right? That's how we do it. He knows it. He's like, ugh, hope they don't find out I'm really just doing this for money. I'm making this whole class for money. I mean, look, I'm not trying to he's not going to stop being popular. He's too big to fail kind of a thing, but I mean, come on. You're doing this for the money, dude. It's for the money.
Streaming is a place where you can just express yourself.
That's true. Yeah, again, that's one reason I like streaming, or I like making my YouTube videos, because I like engaging with people. I like making content that I think will be entertaining for everyone. And honestly, I like making content that makes you guys want to make content. That's my biggest ultimate goal, is to make more people want to be content creators and see the joy of making content, even if you're not successful, to just enjoy being a content creator.
This is my life. I absolutely love it, and I'm happy to share everything that I've learned. If I can do this, anyone can do this.
Yep, anyone can do it. Yep, literally anyone can do it. You don't need a class for this. You don't need to learn anything from him. He's not going to teach you jack. Just make videos. Make content about anything you want, and you'll do it. He even admits it. You don't need anything fancy to do it. You just do it.
I'm Ninja, and this is Masterclass.
Yeah, Masterclass, you fucked up on this one. You didn't need to sponsor this guy. This guy did not need this. Oh boy. What a waste. What a pathetic waste. Okay, great. Yep. And so it ends. Yeah, that's the video. Thank you all for watching. Obviously, feel free to subscribe if you want to help out the channel. It really does honestly help, because we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. Hooray. And obviously, I'd love to hear your thoughts about what you think of this. Obviously, this is people know about this. This isn't anything new, but I'd love to see what the small creator perspective is on this. Because again, most content creators who you see making videos on this are large creators. So as a small creator myself, I gave my opinions, and I'd love to hear yours. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. As always, guys, I'm Elwirfy. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone.